What if I told you that 3 nameless monks discovered the secret to transforming entire villages with nothing but laughter? And that their final lesson about death would change how you see every problem in your life forever. Stay with me because this ancient story holds wisdom that could revolutionize your perspective today. Picture ancient China, where 3 mysterious monks wandered from village to village. Nobody knew their names because they never spoke a single word. They were simply called the 3 Laughing Monks, and they had the most unusual spiritual practice you've ever heard of. Here's how they operated. They would arrive at a village, walk straight to the town square, and do something completely unexpected. They would start laughing, not just chuckling or smiling, but deep, genuine, contagious laughter that seemed to bubble up from some profound understanding of life itself. At first, villagers would stare in confusion. Who were these strange old men laughing for no apparent reason? But here's where the magic happened. Laughter is one of the most contagious human emotions. One by one, people couldn't help but join in. A small crowd would gather, then more people, until eventually the entire village was consumed by uncontrollable laughter. And just when the whole community was united in this moment of pure joy, the 3 monks would quietly slip away to the next village. This was their entire teaching method. No sermons, no commandments, no complex philosophies. Just infectious laughter that somehow communicated a profound truth about existence. Throughout China, these monks became legendary figures. People had never encountered spiritual teachers quite like them. Their message seemed to be that life itself was some kind of cosmic joke, and the appropriate response was not worry or suffering, but joyful laughter. They understood something most of us forget in our daily struggles. For years, this pattern continued. 3 monks, countless villages, endless laughter spreading like wildfire across the countryside. But then something happened that would test the depth of their wisdom. During one of their visits to a northern village, one of the 3 monks suddenly died. The villagers were shocked and immediately expected to witness grief and mourning from the surviving companions. Instead, they discovered something that challenged every assumption about loss and death. The 2 remaining monks were laughing harder than ever before. Not the gentle laughter of their usual practice, but explosive, uncontrollable laughter that seemed almost inappropriate given the circumstances. The confused villagers finally approached and asked why they weren't mourning their departed friend. For the first and only time, the monks broke their silence. They explained that just the day before, their companion had made a bet about which of them would die first. Now he had won, and they found this absolutely hilarious. But the real surprise was yet to come. The deceased monk had left specific instructions. Unlike traditional burial customs that required washing and changing clothes, he requested to be cremated exactly as he was. His reasoning was profound. He claimed that through a lifetime of laughter, he had never allowed the filth of worldly concerns to touch him. His joy had been his protection. When they lit the funeral pyre, something extraordinary happened. Hidden within his robes were fireworks that had been secretly placed there. As the flames caught his clothing, brilliant explosions of color burst into the sky in all directions. The entire village erupted in laughter, finally understanding the monk's final joke. This moment reveals the deepest teaching of the story. These monks had discovered that laughter isn't just a response to humor, it's a way of engaging with life's fundamental mystery. They understood that existence itself, with all its apparent contradictions and surprises, deserves our joy rather than our anxiety. Think about your own life right now. How often do you approach challenges with worry instead of wonder? When problems arise, your first instinct might be stress, fear, or frustration, but what if you tried the monk's approach instead? The next time you face a difficult situation, try looking in the mirror and laughing at the absurdity of it all. Not because your problems aren't real, but because laughter transforms your relationship with difficulty. It creates space between you and your circumstances, allowing wisdom and creativity to emerge. The 3 laughing monks understood that joy isn't something you find after solving all your problems. Joy is the lens through which you can view problems themselves. It's the recognition that being alive, with all its chaos and unpredictability, is inherently funny when seen from the right perspective. Their legacy reminds us that perhaps the deepest spiritual practice isn't complicated meditation or rigid discipline, but simply maintaining a sense of humor about the beautiful, ridiculous adventure of being human. Sometimes the most profound wisdom comes wrapped in the simplest package: a good laugh shared with others. So remember their message the next time life feels overwhelming. Find something to laugh about, share that laughter with others, and watch how it transforms not just your mood, but your entire approach to existence itself.